Hey guys, it's Coffee and Curiosity. I'm George,
And I'm Jen.
and today we're going to be doing episode 8 on some weekly hot topics that we're going to discuss.
Weekly Hot Topics.
Alright, well, I'm drinking a Bang Blue Raz energy drink. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking my original Dunkin' caramel swirl iced coffee.
Alright, sounds good. What are you guys drinking?
Let us know.
Let us know what you're drinking. Maybe we'll try it.
Give us some good ideas.
Alright, so let's jump into this. So, one of the hot topics that I found interesting this week in the UFO community was the American Airlines pilot who spotted the UFO.
Yeah, that's wild. I heard about that as well.
Yeah, he described it as a long cylinder-shaped object, and it just zoomed right over the jetliner. They were in New Mexico, heading to Phoenix, Arizona. The FBI actually said that it's aware of this incident from American Airlines reporting it, and the Pentagon actually said that the military wasn't conducting any tests in that area that day, so we can't say, oh, it's just a military scheme.
Yeah, because that's usually what they seem to say sometimes. I hear on shows and reports.
Yeah, they always say, oh, it was just a military testing some new equipment. But this time, the military actually said, nope, we weren't doing anything in that area.
It's interesting. It was in the skies above New Mexico. New Mexico seems to be a hotspot for sightings.
Oh, yeah, New Mexico, Arizona, all those desert areas seem like pretty big hotspots.
Yeah, wonder why.
So the pilot of this plane actually contacted air traffic control and asked, do you have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us. I hate to say this, it looked like a long cylinder object that almost looked like a cruise missile, and it went really fast over the top of us. So the pilot thought maybe a cruise missile was being targeted at him at first. He didn't know what it was.
That's crazy. He must have been stunned at what he was seeing.
Yeah, he must have been terrified when he first seen it.
Wish we could seen a picture.
Yeah, I wish they had it on video.
I wonder if any of the passengers, if there were passengers on the plane, saw it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any reports of that, but that would be interesting to know.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Imagine that, flying in the plane up above high in the sky and seeing a UFO.
Just looking out the window and seeing the plane. Well, it flew over them, so they probably couldn't see it from their windows.
Yeah, good point. Probably not, because that'd be pretty creepy if you could.
Yeah, and it's another one of these super fast objects that people say they can't believe the speed that it's going.
Yeah, always reports of accelerated speed with these UFOs. And every single person's report, that's what you hear a lot. Oh, it was really fast. So definitely that technology, advanced technology.
So the pilot actually thought it was a cruise missile at first. Imagine it was another country trying to take down one of our airlines.
Jeez, that'd be terrifying, you know? I'm sure that probably was his first thought.
Yeah, but don't think that was the case, because it probably would have been shot down if that was the case.
He could have thought it had something to do with the recent bombing in Syria as well.
No, yeah, maybe some kind of retaliation.
Yeah, you never know, you know?
That would be scary to think. They're just sending missiles at you.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's weird. Nobody knows what this thing was. There's no reports. It's not on any radar or anything.
Well, hopefully, since they announced it, we'll hear some kind of update as to if they tracked it anywhere or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Another incident that happened this week is actually the Baker Mayfield sighting, the Cleveland Browns quarterback.
Yeah, that was really cool, huh?
Yeah, he tweeted out, he said, almost 100%, Emma and I just saw a UFO drop straight out of the sky on our way home from dinner. We stopped and looked at each other and asked if either of us saw it. Very bright ball of light going straight down out of the sky towards Lake Travis. Anybody else witness this?
That's cool, and I'm still waiting for the day that I get to experience this.
Hopefully you'll see it one day.
Yeah, hopefully. I keep reading everyone else's sightings, and it seems exciting, like really exciting. Maybe a little nerve-wracking at first, but then totally cool and exciting.
Yeah, and he asked if anybody else saw this, and it looked like a lot of people reported seeing this.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I think this is a good way going forward, hopefully with more people coming forward about their sightings, especially like celebrities. This will engage a more active community about UFO talk in general and get others newly interested in maybe engaging in communication as well about UFOs.
Yeah, I've seen lately a lot of celebrities are coming forward and telling their stories of witnessing UFOs.
Yeah, I think it's neat to read these stories, especially about like where they cite them at.
Yep. So a lot of people actually were making fun of Baker Mayfield on Twitter too, saying he's crazy, he didn't see nothing.
I'm sure they were the trolls.
Yeah, they were coming out saying, "Oh, you didn't see a UFO. It's a comet." And I think that's why a lot of people don't really want to come forward with their stories, because they're afraid they're just going to be made fun of and look like a lunatic.
Yeah, I think there's like a stigma with UFO sightings and things like this. They think they're going to be labeled as a nutcase, basket case, you know?
Yeah, so they're just like, I just won't tell anybody. Maybe a couple close people I know, that's about it.
Yeah, I keep it to myself more or less.
So actually, as there was people making fun of Baker, another Fox NFL reporter tweeted out, "Hey, at Kurt Menefee," which is another reporter, "I know you and I believe Baker Mayfield because, well, you know what we saw in Mississippi that one night. You gotta ask Kurt." And then Kurt actually responds, "You and me in Mississippi sounds like the start of a bad joke, but it hovered in the sky. We saw it stopped and got out the car, stared at it, freaked out, and then it zipped off at a speed I never seen anything fly. Hashtag truth."
See, it does get other people engaged in conversation about their sightings.
Yeah, it does get other people out there and talking, trying to show they support because they believe what they seen.
Yeah, that's cool. That's neat. That's what we should have going on, so we can figure UFOs out more. Is definitely more people engaging in conversation, and it's cool you mentioned that it zipped off at a speed that they've never seen.
Yeah, that seems to be a
commonality.
Yeah, every time they just say they can't believe how fast it was.
I think it's cool too, like when they explain the shape of the UFO and stuff, you know, because how like there's a lot of controversy, like people saying there's plenty of different shaped UFOs, or some people just saying, oh, we've seen the typical disc type UFO. So I think it's neat when they explain what kind they see too.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different ones that seem like that are out there.
Yeah, the Tic Tac one sounds interesting.
Yeah, that was seen by the Navy pilot, Commander Fravor.
Yeah, that must have been really cool. I keep trying to like imagine like what that looked like. Sounded neat to me. It'd be cool to track all the different shaped ones, you know?
Yeah, there's tons out there. What do you guys believe? Do you have any stories? If you have any stories, you could message them to us at our email, coffeecuriositypod@gmail.com. Be sure if you have any videos or any personal experiences to message us, and we'll talk about them on the podcast, maybe even interview you.
Yeah, especially pictures. That'd be cool. Let us know your sightings and experience.
Yeah, definitely. So what else do we have in the news this week?
Oh, we have the recent SpaceX launch.
Oh yeah, they launched that Starship. What happened there?
The SpaceX launched the Starship SN-10, which had a successful launch and landing, and then a few minutes after it landed, it exploded and caught fire.
Yeah, it started firing up, catching fire all over, and wasn't a good landing, really. If there was people to be on that would be pretty scary.
Yeah, what a devastating blow, you know. They successfully launched, and then it landed, and then it exploded, you know. That must have really sucked for them.
Yeah, it's time for the SN-11 now, unfortunately, but maybe they got a lot of good data in with that last launch and landing. The landing was pretty good, so.
Yeah, out with the old and in with the new.
Yep, just takes practice. So that's all the space stuff for this week. Seems pretty interesting. A lot of stuff going on.
I'm sure they'll come out with a report soon of more on that Starship SN-10 too, and what happened, what they think happened, you know?
Yeah. I'm not sure if they updated anything on that yet or not. Just happened yesterday. Let's talk about something else. We recently did a Carol Baskins podcast and actually sent a letter to Joe Exotic to get some of his thoughts down. And
can't wait to get that back.
Yeah, he announces the other day that he's releasing a memoir, and he says he's not going to hold anything back.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting to read. I wonder what he's referring to when he says not going to hold anything back.
Maybe he's coming for Carol again.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of card he's got in his back pocket now.
He actually made a tweet after this saying, "Money destroyed my entire family. I won't allow it to kill my soul. You win, Dylan, Jeff Duncan, Carol. Come March 22nd for Travis's birthday, I'm going to keep his promise I made the day he died. I don't need the fame, the money, or the bullshit. You can have it all. It's pretty sad to be in prison and still mean fucking nothing that you can't even answer a phone. I see where I stand. Hashtag justice for Joe Exotic. Hashtag Tiger King."
Jeez, that's a intense tweet there.
Yeah, he seems pretty pissed off.
Yeah, and do you know what he's talking about when he refers to Travis's birthday, the promise?
I was wondering that myself.
Yeah, it was probably maybe I don't know if they showed it in the show or not, but I wonder what he's talking about, and I wonder what he means. He's not gonna hold anything back, and who's helping him make this memoir?
Yeah, he seems pretty pissed off at his current husband, Dylan.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with that, because
Seems like he's not answering phone calls or something.
yeah, the last show that we watched, not the Netflix one, but the one on television, he seemed to mention that he was like still waiting on Joe and like so excited to be with him and all that stuff.
Yeah, is he excited to be with Joe, or is he excited to get that Tiger King money?
Yeah, I don't know. He did mention that he's waiting to get a house or something with Joe. I thought, or Joe wanted him to get a house.
Yeah, maybe they're planning on if Joe gets out, he's going to be getting a house. But maybe that Dylan sees that Joe might not be getting out anytime soon. Maybe he's like, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, it was a long time he's got if Team Tiger can't reduce his sentence time.
Yeah, we'll see if Team Tiger can pull through.
Joe must be losing his mind in there, going, he's been in there a long time, and he's probably not able to do much, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think he likes the attention he's getting. He's more famous now than he ever has been.
I know, it's crazy. He was pretty upset about not getting his pardon.
Oh, yeah, they had a limo waiting for him. That's crazy. They were so confident he was going to get out, they had a big limo waiting for him outside the prison.
I know, that is crazy. I wonder what made them that actually, like, confident about that.
Yep, and no announcement for the pardon. Sorry, Joe.
Poor guy was probably devastated.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if he gets back to our letter.
Yeah, I hope he does. I'll keep hoping that comes in the mail soon. And because I mean, I was seeing like online and on Reddit and stuff, he was responding to a lot of people who reached out to him. Recently, I seen on his update on one of his social media pages that he's only responding to people though if they put money on his commissary, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get paid for
Autographs.
getting talked to.
People are sending him in pictures and shirts and stuff like that for him to autograph, and he sends it back.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few of those. Seems interesting. I also seen that Carol is actually shutting down her sanctuary from the public. She claims that she's afraid that people are poisoning her tigers, which seems like a pretty absurd claim.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked to hear that, you know. Seems kind of weird that the sanctuary is not going to have, like, people in it anymore. And, it's, yeah, very odd. She just assumes people are poisoning her tigers. That's, like, a weird statement. Yes. I wonder why she thinks that.
Seems like something else is going on that she don't want people to know about or something, maybe.
Yeah, maybe something, like, deeper. Maybe she's just fed up with all this, Don Lewis investigation about her.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to get the attention off her a little bit. But she's been running this thing for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden she wants to shut it down because she thinks people are poisoning her tires. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's very odd, and I know she gets like a lot of donations and stuff from people, so I wonder how it's going to work out now for her with shutting it down.
Maybe her donors could still come and visit, but not the general public.
Yeah, and I'm sure probably all the volunteers that go there and help her out will still be able to be there, but that's a really weird thing that she's not letting people there anymore, and she thinks people are poisoning her cats.
Yeah. She's also said she's not going to be in the new Tiger King that they're coming out with.
Yeah, I bet it's because she's catching so much heat now for the investigation into Don.
Yeah, maybe she's a little worried.
Can't think of why else she wouldn't really want to do the show. She doesn't want the heat on her.
Nope, she just wants to go back to her peaceful life where she could kill her husbands in peace.
Live with her cats and millions.
Oh yeah, going back to some of this UFO stuff, I was reading through some of the CIA documents that have been released last month, and it shows that the Maine is actually a pretty big hotspot for UFOs too, right around the corner.
Yeah, that was interesting to me. It shows that Maine is a hotspot for UFOs, that it has always been for a while, and it continues to be even now. So I wonder what that's all about, you know? Why is it a hotspot? What makes Maine a hotspot?
Yeah, a lot of the sightings are coming out of Maine. I wonder why the UFOs are heading that way.
Not too far from us. We should go check it out. Maybe
Yeah,
see if we see one.
Maybe do some UFO sighting.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on in Maine in the air that makes it such a hotspot.
We'll get into some more of those stories on another podcast.
Any fellow Mainers out there, if you have any sightings, let us know. Email us.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. We actually had somebody email us a pretty absurd story.
Oh yeah, that guy that reached out to us. He was had a really interesting story, and yeah, maybe we can feature him sometime or tell his story, interview him.
Yeah, he said that he had a Bigfoot encounter in the woods when he was walking through the woods as a young boy.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, I've watched some of the Bigfoot shows on TV, which I think are really cool. But it's weird because like when it comes to like UFOs and like Bigfoot, like for some reason I don't know why, but to me it seems like UFOs are definitely out there, but Bigfoot I'm not so sure about.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Bigfoot either. You would think, I mean, there's a lot of woods and a lot of forests, but you would think somebody would have spotted him on video by now because he's on land.
Yeah, like some actual like good video or pictures or even like captured one by now.
UFOs I could understand not being spotted because they probably are smart enough to avoid being spotted and taken pictures of.
Yeah,
pictures taken of them.
Zip away in high crazy speeds, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to get a picture of that. So this guy, he says he was 12 years old. He was walking through the woods, and he seen some bushes shaking or something, and he heard a growling, and he got scared, and he ran around one of the tree lines, and looked over, and he seen a big, dark, hairy creature that looked like a gorilla, but he's in Pennsylvania, and I don't think they have gorillas walking around there.
No, definitely not. Although I do think it would be really cool if Bigfoots did exist and you got to see one. As long as they were friendly.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know if they're going to be friendly. Seems kind of scary to confront one.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, he said he's seen this thing. It was dirty looking and snorting and just walking away. Maybe it was a bear. Maybe he's seen a bear and he was just too young to realize it.
I was gonna say maybe since he was so young, it was a bear, and the bear just seemed extremely large. Or he could have been standing up on his two hind legs or something, you know?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I mean, we're not doubting that he didn't see a Bigfoot, but just throwing some other, like, ideas out there, you know?
Yeah, we could be completely wrong. He could have definitely seen a Bigfoot. Maybe he remembers it perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. You know, there's really no way to tell. It's just for some reason it's harder for me to think there's Bigfoots running around than UFOs.
Yeah, there's a lot of sightings of Bigfoots too, but I've never seen one.
And all those shows that claim they're going to track them and that they've seen them, there's really never any evidence at the end, so...
Yeah, they're tracking them so hard. They're just always looking, always in the woods. They got all these methods to track them, to get them to come to them by banging their sticks on the trees, but they can never get one.
Setting up night cams and everything, and yeah, like you never see any actual evidence or proof that there's Bigfoots out there, so...
If you guys seen Bigfoot, let us know. Maybe we'll listen to some more Bigfoot stories.
Yeah, talk about Bigfoot some more and look into it. Send us any proof if you have any.
Yeah, give us the proof. We're also going to have another guy we might do an interview with, his UFO sighting. So I think it would be a good idea to get a lot more people's personal experiences out there, you know?
Yeah, I agree, and I also think that if anybody else has looked into the documents that have been recently released and found anything interesting that we didn't mention, bring it up to us and let us know what you found. I'd like to research it more.
Yeah, we would love to have you engaged and giving us ideas. So let us know. You could email us. You can message us on Twitter. Twitter is
It is Curious Coffee PC.
Yep, and the Gmail is coffeecuriositypod@gmail.com. UFO.com.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to do a whole episode maybe around your guys' sightings or stories and some interviews and stuff like that. That'd be pretty neat, something different.
Yeah, I think it would be good to get new people into it. That would be a good way to get new people into the UFO community.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
All right, guys. So I think that's going to wrap this one up.
Yeah, sounds good. Some interesting weekly hot topics we had here, and make sure to reach out to us, guys.
Yeah, definitely. And keep looking in the sky. Maybe you'll see something.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.